What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Brendan and I'm BMax45, and today we're coming at you with another video. We have our next deck profile for the Digimon TCG of the BT24 format. This is our red deck. This is our Liberator Reptile Dragonkin deck, our Styracomon deck. So we're super excited about that. And it's a really fun deck. I mean, BT21 came out, it only had one line of support. It was actually still a pretty good deck. Now it's got so much more support, and there's a lot of cool, fun combos you can do with it. So we're going to get into it, show you how the deck has changed since then, to show you what we're focusing on now with the new level 7 and the other cards that we've got. And yeah, and tell us what you guys think about it. And hey, if you enjoy this type of content, be sure to smash that like button, comment down below. We love to hear your thoughts. Subscribe to the channel and hit that bell for notifications so you'll miss a single minute of the fun. And of course, we have our petrification tokens here. They look really good. We had our own before that we got from an artist that we know, which was really cool, but these ones, official ones that Bandai put out, actually look really good. So these are the petrification tokens you get in the set as a box topper, so that's cool. And then going into the eggs, we're playing the BT21 Digimon egg, which is the when your opponent security stack is removed from one of your Digimon may digivolve into a Digimon card with a Reptile or Dragonkin trait in the hand with a Digivolution cost reduced by 1. So it's just an easy way to reduce those Digivolution costs. It's just the best egg for the deck right at this moment here, and so we're going to continue to play that. On our rookies, we're playing 4 copies of the Searcher, Elizamon Reveal top 3, add 1 card with Reptile or Dragonkin and 1 card with Liberator among them to the hand, so most of your targets are all going to be Liberator as well, so you always usually get to add 2 pieces, and then of course inheritable when one of your opponent's secure stack is removed from when your opponent's secure stack is removed from gain of memory, so memory gain always really good. You gotta play 4 of that. Playing 4 of the new Elizamon from BT24. Same inheritable to gain a memory when the opponent's security stack is removed from. And then by trashing 1 card with the Reptile, Dragonkin, or Liberator trait from your hand, draw 2. So draw engine for the deck, as well as putting stuff in the trash, which could be good, especially with the Warp Lamiamon in this set. So you love to see that. And then we're playing 2 copies of the BT23 Elizamon. This one's not as good, mostly because the inheritable is just a plus 2,000 and not the memory gain. But also has the your turn when this Digimon would digivolve into a card with the Reptile or Dragonkin trait, reduce the digital cost by 1. So it gets you that cheap 1 cost level 4 Digivolution. Also works with the Warp Digivolve Lamiamon. If you use it on this, you can warp for cost 2 instead of 3, which is really cool. I personally think, again, you need those memory gain inheritables in this deck, so that's why I'm only playing 2 of it. And I'm playing 1 copy of the BT21 Agumon, which is the Reptile Agumon that was made for this deck, which is on play. You may return 1 Digimon card with the Reptile or Dragonkin trait from your trash to your hands. If you need a piece, he can help you get a piece. And then this Digimon plus 2,000 inheritable. So we're going to go with that. And that's our rookies there. Just 11 rookies. I feel like it's a good number. You know, getting into your level 4s, we have 4 copies of the Dimetramon that lets you play Owens if you have 1 or fewer tamers when digivolving, and then the same memory gain inheritable when you remove from your opponent's security stack. Again, it's all about that inheritable, plus you need to get your Owens on the board, so that's why we're playing 4 of that. It's just one of the better Dimetramons. We're also playing 4 copies of the BT24 one. Again, same memory gain inheritable, so you're getting that consistency with your inheritables. And then it's a blocker, and then alterns when any of your other Digimon with the Reptile Dragonkin trait would leave the battle area by your opponent's effect. By returning this to the hand, they don't leave. I'll let you know why that's really nice to have as well, because you can play some of your level 4s and your level 3s out for free with your Lamiamon inheritables. So you can put that on the board to give your boss monster protection. Lastly, we play 2 Cyclone Mon. Has Rush Raid and Inheritable Raid, and he's a Dragonkin trait and you can play, again, you can play 5,000 DP less Digimon for free in this deck. So you can potentially play him and use him to OTK. I like 2 copies because I want to see it. I want to see it, early enough. So that's why I prefer 2 copies over 1. 10 champions we got right there. And then going into our level 5s, we have 2 Lamiamon, the original from BT21, which has the progress keyword, which is while attacking, your opponent's effects don't affect this Digimon, which is really good. Also, your turn once per turn when any of your Reptile, Dragonkin Trait, Digimon, attack target changes, trash your opponent's top security card. So this is all right. Like, so if you have like a Cyclone mon underneath with inheritable raid, it's not going to probably be the one you're going to have. You could trash your opponent. You could mid attack. You could trash your opponent's top security card, which would allow your Digimon to activate and then Digivolve you one further step with a reduced cost, which could be interesting. It also has all turns inheritable. When your opponent's security is removed from, you may play 1 Reptile Dragonkin Trait card with 5,000 DP or less from your hand without paying the cost. So this is the ability that lets you play your level 3s, your Cyclone mon, your Dimetromon for free when you check security, and that can be done in a lot of different ways. But this card has, like I said, the one ability that lets you potentially just, if you raid or if you get blocked, you can trash the top security and still Digivolve is actually pretty good. Not as good as the new Lamiamon, unfortunately. We play 4 of that because it's the more important one. It has the same inheritable, so it plays you 5,000 DP when you take a card off of your opponent's security stack. And then hand main, if you have the Owens Dreadnought, if you have an Owens Dreadnought on the field, by placing 1 of your Dimetromon from your trash as any of your Elizamon's bottom Digillusion card, you can Digivolve into this card for a digital cost of 3, ignoring the Digillusion requirement. So this lets you warp from Elizamon to Lamiamon again. You can do it for 2 with the Elizamon that reduces Digillusion cost. And then when Digivolving, when attacking once per turn, your opponent places 1 card from their hand as their bottom security card, then trash the top security card. So this is an automatic way to get into Digimon. Even if you're ending turn, you do this and you can automatically trash your opponent's top security, activate Elizamon, and you can activate your memory, gain inheritables off of this too. So it's really, really good, and you gotta play 4 of it. On to our boss monsters. We're playing 4 copies of the new Medusamon, which has the raid, progress, and piercing keywords. When Digivolving, delete 1 of your opponent's lowest DP Digimon. Then by returning 2 cards from their trash to the bottom of the deck, they play 2 petrification tokens, which is Digimon white, 3,000 DP. Your turn, this Digimon can't suspend. On deletion, trash your top security card, and they get played to your opponent's field, so that activates for them. And then after, this Digimon gets plus 2,000 DP for each of your opponent's Digimon until their turn ends. So it gains DP, so that's really good. I'm not sure if it gains the DP, the way that it's worded, it sounds like it just gains the DP based on what they have at that point until the end of the turn, so it might keep that DP. I'm not sure if when you kill those petrification tokens, if it loses that DP. So the nice thing is you get to pop something that might be in your way. You get to then play 2 of these tokens out. You can then attack those tokens, which is really nice, with raid and piercing. And then when you kill them, you trash the security, and then you get a check. So she takes 2 security checks all in one, and then leaves another one on the board for our new boss monster. But before we do that, we were also playing 2 of the old Medusamon, which has security attack +1 progress. When you're Digivolving, end of attack, you may delete 1 of your opponent's lowest DP Digimon. All turns once per turn when any of your opponent's Digimon are deleted or their security stack is removed from, you may play 1 petrification token. Same thing. So she is good. Not as effective as the new one with like an OTK style. She does do a little bit more damage because you can get potentially like 2 to 3 checks with 1 attack, whereas this one's only getting you 2. But this one's setting you up for game. So, and we'll talk about that at the end of the video. And then we have Styracomon, the new level 7, which can Digivolve from a Lamiamon for cost 6. And it can cost 4, can Digivolve on top of a Medusamon. And then has Progress, Piercing, Blocker, Armor Purge. When Digivolve, you may trash any one of your opponent's security cards, which is really cool. Then this Digimon may unsuspend. And then all turns, once per turn, when your opponent's security stack is removed from, you may delete one of their Digimon. And then all turns, once per turn, when any of your Reptile or Dragonkin Trait Digimon would leave the battle area by deleting one of your opponent's lowest DP Digimon, they don't leave. Yeah, so that's really nice. So he allows you to OTK because he can unsuspend and then attack using your Owens and potentially just go for game, and we'll show you how you do that at the end there. And then to kind of help solidify an OTK, you know, sometimes we have Omnimon X-Antibody. It's a red card, and it helps you get that consistency. That's our last Digimon. For our tamers, we play 3 of the BT21 Owens Dreadnought, which gains you a memory if your opponent has a Digimon starting your main phase, and then end your turn by suspending this tamer. One of your Digimon with Reptile Dragonkin drains Piercing for the turn, and then this Digimon attacks. So if you give it Piercing, even though it already has Piercing, it doesn't matter. But if you use this ability, you have to attack. But we're also playing 3 of the new Owens, which start your main phase by returning 1 Digimon tamer to the bottom of the deck. You may play 1 Owens Dreadnought from your hand without paying the cost. Then, if you don't have a Digimon, you may play 1 Lizamon from your trash without paying the cost. And then your turn, when any of your Digimon would Digivolve into a Reptile or Dragonkin Trait Digimon. By suspending this tamer, that Digimon gains plus 3,000 DP for the turn, and then it may attack. So that's really nice as well. The thing I like about this is it may attack and gives you extra DP, and even the start of main, you can put this at the bottom of your deck to play another one of these, so that you still have that DP and attack, and then get that free Lizamon that you can then warp into the level 5 really easily. So it has some really good versatility in the deck to set you up for like a really good play. So I like that. And you don't always have to play this guy. Like, he's just there to really gain you memory right now, because you don't necessarily need the piercing keyword except on the old Medusamon. So it's just kind of, he's more there for memory and just to make sure you can attack at the end of the turn. Both of them make sure you can attack during the end of your turn. So really, really good. So you want to get max out. So we play 3 and 3. And then we have 2 copies of Crimson Blaze, because this is a red deck. Crimson Blaze is so good. Destroys your opponent's stuff and stops them from playing Digimon by effects. We play 3 copies of Offense Training to help you consistently get to your pieces and be able to, reduce those Digivolutions, that you don't use, the Digimon on. And then, of course, 2 Scrambles. Scramble good as well, because it, makes all your 3-cost Digivolutions 2 and sets you up to be able to play out an Lizamon, put stuff on the top of your deck, and kind of make a comeback. So that is it for the deck. We'll show you what the combo is for the OTK. So, you have your stack, you have your Medusamon here, and your Lamiamon underneath. There's a couple ways of doing this depending on what you have for memory. I think this is kind of the most consistent one. You have your memory gain guys underneath, and you'll gain memory so you can maintain turn or something like that. Or you'll just put the stack up in the back. You'll have your Owens on board, at least one Owen and stuff like that. And then what you do is you go to the board, you put the cards back, you summon out 2 petrification tokens, then you raid attack over top of one of the tokens, You get 1 check from the trash ability of the token. You get another one from piercing into that. So you get 2 checks there. You use this ability to play out the Cyclone if you have it, is one option to get your 3rd check. Then you go into Styracomon. Styracomon trashes your opponent's 4 security card. Styracomon trashes your opponent's 4 security card. And then you can unsuspend. You can then attack again. You can attack the other one and finish it off. I think that the way you got to do it really is you got to be able to have enough memory to go into Styracomon and maintain turn. And if you can do that, then you can unsuspend, attack again, get 2 more checks basically through deleting the. Actually, sorry, my bad. I'm being dumb. So this guy will have will have raided. I don't know. I'm trying to remember how to do this. It's funny, but it's a hard way. You kind of gotta have the right setup, and you got to be able to maintain turn. If you don't maintain turn, the Owens can help you attack during the end phase. But you're gonna go and you're gonna attack that other token, which is gonna get you another basically two checks because you pierce and then you do the same thing you do with the first Medusa mon. So that gets you 4 checks. This can get you a 5th check. This gets you 3 checks because it trashes on digivolving. So if you have a way to maintain turn, you can then attack with this for game or go into X-Antibody. It's a bit of a hard OTK. You got to have the right memory and the right cards to kind of make it work out, which is why in this deck you could actually raise up in the back and basically just come into a good hand where you can like go right into Medusa mon, and then get like reduced cost Digivolutions, have lots of memory. Like if you have lots of memory, if you have the other Owens on board. So there's ways to make it work, but it is a little bit of a hard one. Either way, you put a lot of pressure on your opponent turn 2, because you could potentially check like 5 cards, and several of those are trashing the card, which is always really good. So that's kind of how you got to do it in this deck. Very aggressive deck and lots of power, and I think it's really, really great, and I enjoyed it a lot. And tell me what you guys think about the deck, and what you think we could have done better, what do you think we did right, and are you guys enjoying these BT24 deck profiles? And we'll have more really, really soon for you guys, and thank you for always tuning in. Looks like that's all the time we have for this video. Thank you very much, and we hope to see you in the next video. As always, have a wonderful day, and that's all for now, folks.